As the high school football season draws to a close, history is on the line in these final 2 weeks in Allen Park, Michigan. It's Cabrini as they get ready to take on Our Lady of the Lakes in what has been a historical season so far. They have state championships on the mind, but first they have to take care of this program as we welcome you in the YouTube channel here, Cabrini YouTube. Nate Wangler alongside Ryan Glinsky. And Ryan, again, history on the mind for this program coming into this matchup.
Yeah, this Cabrini team, solid. This team is so good offensively, defensively. There's a reason why they are 7-0, undefeated, looking to go 8-0, and turning things up for the playoffs.
And there's one player in particular that really comes to mind. Evan Bergdahl has been absolutely exceptional. He's breaking records what feels like week in and week out. He's been a part of this varsity team since he's a freshman. He's grown up now. Now he's a junior on the team, and he's really making his mark. What have you seen out of him? 25 passing touchdowns this year. It just seems like a video game. He's playing on rookie mode right now.
Yeah, he is. 1,300 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, as you mentioned, a 69% completion rate, and he can even run the ball a little bit, 100 yards. But this team offensively, they're a very air attack, different than this team that you see across the field at Our Lady of the Lakes. But this Evan Bergdahl kid is an absolute stud, and I'm excited to watch him play.
And to your point, a clash of styles. It almost kind of reminds me a little bit of like Michigan USC from a week ago, right? Like you have two very different teams. You have one team that knows how to run the football. You have another team that knows how to throw the football around. And looking at the other side for Our Lady of the Lakes, you talked about it, more of a ground and pound attack for that squad. What have you seen out of them?
Yeah, you look at their quarterback, Alex Asai, 288 passing yards, but Asai also gets it done on the ground, 353 yards, 7 touchdowns. And if you look at the receiving room for Our Lady of the Lakes, only 346 receiving yards on the year. You look at the ground, 1,646 yards on the ground. So they definitely know how to play some hard-nosed, smash-mouth football.
We have the national anthem coming up. It's homecoming on the other end. You're watching Cabrini High School Football on Cabrini YouTube.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Cabrini High School is the site. MHSAA High School Football, the penultimate week of the 2025 regular season between Cabrini High School and Our Lady of the Lakes. Look at the Monarchs here on the near sidelines as they line up and get ready for the national anthem here today. It is homecoming tonight in Allen Park. Ryan, you were in high school once, so was I. It's always an exciting week to see some of the alums come back, and they've been treated to a once-in-a-lifetime type season for this Cabrini High School course, hoping maybe it isn't once in a lifetime. RJ Chidester, their head coach, has been leading this program in a new direction since 2023. 5-win season. Now they've won 7 in a row. And we were talking about history, could tie the most wins in program history in the most since 2007 with a victory here tonight against Our Lady of the Lakes.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth based off last year, losing 48-0 to Riverview Gabriel Richard in the district semifinals last year in the first round of the playoffs. They want more. That sour taste has fueled them all off-season in the weightlifting winter programs. I know about all the winter weightlifting programs, and it's a grind during those rough months, especially here in Michigan with all the snowfall. And then you get into the summer, fall camp, and then you're ready to go. And this Cabrini team, 7-0, undefeated, a high-octane offense, no sign of stopping. And this team is looking for more than just a undefeated, perfect regular season.
Lander Emmerich, by the way, the favorite target for Evan Bergdahl in this offense. He's been amazing. He's had good hands so far this year. The other storyline when it comes to this Cabrini team is their kicker, Madison Smith, who's been doing the kicking services so far this season. It's cool to see that they have a female kicker on the team, and she's been doing a great job from what I've heard so far from that program. Again, a part of Division 8. Allen Park is. And, of course, on the other side for Our Lady of the Lakes, 4-3 overall, 2-2 in conference play as we get ready to present the colors for our nation's anthem here tonight. Wanted to say a big thank you to everybody joining us here on the Cabrini YouTube page. We're with you guys this week for this matchup, and then one more coming up next week. I believe they still have to figure out who they're going to play in that final week. I was looking at the schedule. It had question marks next to it.
So
we get a look at this Cabrini coaching staff stationed right behind their team along the line.
Yeah, but this Cabrini team, doesn't matter who they play. They're ready to play anywhere, anyone. And that's what makes this team so difficult to play against and defeat.
Last time Cabrini went undefeated in a regular season, you have to go back to the 60s. Ryan Glinsky, 1967. They went 7-0-1 that year with one tie, which they don't tie anymore in football.
No,
they
don't.
You get a look there at Madison Smith on your screen. Kicker for this Cabrini side. Maybe lining up as they get ready for this one. But I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's your prediction for this one today?
My prediction is I'm going to go Cabrini wins this one by a couple of scores. I'm going to say they win by 17. 31-14, Cabrini.
Perfect setting for this one here tonight. It was 63 degrees a little bit earlier. Temperatures have since dropped below the 60-degree mark. So you get a look at our turnout for this game. Do you remember a lot of alums coming back on homecoming in high school?
Yeah. There was always a lot, a couple of people that, I always knew throughout the years coming back, and it's always a good thing to see.
They will present the colors here at Cabrini High School.
And lastly, Cadet Second Lieutenant Ben Waters at right guard. We invite all in attendance who are able to please stand if you are able to, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the performance of our national anthem by the Cabrini High School Choir under the direction of Mr. Tim Schneider.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets back there, the bombs sing in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Cabrini High School Choir.
In a great rendition of our nation's anthem here at Cabrini High School, it's homecoming. Monarchs looking to advance to 8-0 on the season. Get 7 wins, the most they've had since 2007. They could go undefeated for the first time since 1967. Could tie the most wins, or actually set the most wins in program history with a victory here today. Nate Wangler back alongside Ryan Glinsky. Cabrini High School in Allen Park, Michigan, plays the Detroit Lions call home to their practice facility as they get ramped up for the regular season. And now we got some high school football on the way. Look at our setting here tonight as that night sky begins to cast over this high school in Allen Park, Michigan. Lights are on. It's Friday night lights here in Division 8. Our Lady of the Lakes will kick off to begin this one. It'll be Allen Park, Cabrini to return to kick off our game.
Welcome home, alumni Monarchs.
All the pregame festivities are over, and we're about ready to kick off homecoming 2025. We're happy to have you along. Picked up at about the 20-yard line. As he turned it up the field to the left side, full head of steam. Lander Emmerich down the sidelines across the 50 and out of bounds. And they're going to say right at the 50, and that's where Cabrini will start their first possession. Lander Emmerich showing off the speed.
That's a great way to start with, or great way to have great starting field position at the 50-yard line. And we know that this offense is high octane. They score a ton of points, 252 points scored already on the season. And now we get our first chance to look at the one and only quarterback, Evan Bergdahl.
And they have been very good on special teams this year. That'll win you a lot of games. Shotgun formation, running back sidecar to Bergdahl as he sends him out motion to the right. Bergdahl sets, fires down the field. He's got a man, and just like that, lightning strike, and Cabrini takes the lead on play one. Logan Emmerich right down the seam. It's 6-zip.
So both Emmerich brothers start off the day. Lander with the return, and then the brother Logan Emmerich, the younger brother who's got 3 touchdowns on the year, make that 4. And Cabrini, first play of the game. They wasted no time on homecoming.
So 11:43 in the first game, or first play rather, from scrimmage. 50-yard strike from brother to brother. Here's Madison Smith right down the middle. How about Madison Smith capping off a 1-2 punch for the Monarchs? 7-0 in favor of Cabrini here in this first quarter. And Ryan, you said it during the pregame show coming into the game. They have an air attack, and look at this. To Bergdahl as he sends him out. Send his man out in motion, then Bergdahl right in the breadbasket. And a blown coverage at that for Our Lady of the Lakes.
Yeah, right down the seam. No one picked him up. Ran right on through untouched. And this offense, we said it was good. Didn't think it was one play, 50-yard touchdown good, I'll tell you that.
And for the Lakers now, it kind of puts the onus on them to have a long, sustained drive to keep that offense maybe off the field for a little bit. Alan Schmidt, their head coach, second year with the program. Kurt Romkema and Toshi Asai, their assistants. You wanted some fireworks? The brothers delivered on the first possession in the first play. What can Our Lady of the Lakes do? Fair catch fielded at the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll start their possession here with 11:40 to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, you talked about a long, sustained drive. Our Lady of the Lakes is definitely capable of doing that. They're a ground and pound team. And if you're the Monarchs, you got to, in your defensive line, the front seven, could be in for a long day and a tough one at that, with how many times the Lakers love to run the football.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line for Our Lady of the Lakes. Shotgun set, or rather under center. One tight look to the left, single back in the backfield, split back as well. They're going to go triple option on the dive, and it gets out across the 35, maybe to the 36-yard line, so a gain of 6. Second down and 4 coming up for Our Lady of the Lakes. Do run those triple option plays. They like to utilize the middle of that interior offensive line. A 4-man front in response for Cabrini. 3 backs, so a 4-3 formation. Little flex bone look. This time they pitch it outside and there's nothing there. Wrestled down at the 35. It's a loss of 1. In third down and medium range upcoming, Lander Emmerich barreling through and making the tackle.
Yeah, really nice play. Able to stop the Lakers' rushing attack to that outside. And this Monarchs team, if you can get this Lakers team off schedule like they are a little bit here, you could definitely get them off on third down. But it just seems like every third down and when you're off schedule for the Lakers, it's going to be really difficult to move the chains if they don't have an air attack.
Base flex look with 2 wideouts. Third down and 5 for Our Lady of the Lakes. And a fumbled snap. Ball is on the ground. I believe they got it back. But it'll create a 4th down and 5 situation. My guess is the punt team will come out. 4th down and 5 upcoming. And part of the issue sometimes with running these offenses, everything happens so fast that if the timing isn't right, it looks exactly like that.
Yeah, that one just a fumbled snap.
So 4th down and 5, they still have the offense out on the field. Flex bone formation, they're on the 35-yard line. They're gonna go with a trap. Handoff, left side, they got a first down and a little bit more. Stumbling out across the 45 to the 46-yard line, James Ware. In an aggressive play call early in this first quarter, but a first down at the 46.
James Ware, the best running back on this team for the Lakers. 48 carries, 479 yards, 3 touchdowns on the season. And if they want to have a shot at winning this game, Ware's going to have himself a big game, and it gets a big 4th down conversion on that one.
Just a simple trap play that time. We'll get another look at this one on the replay. Or rather, this is in live action. Looks like a QB keep right up the middle. Maybe to the 50-yard line. On a gain of 5. Check that, the 49-yard line. So 2nd down and 5 upcoming for Our Lady of the Lakes. But this is what it looks like when you run an offense like this. You sit on the football for longer. You waste off every second you can. Think of a program like Michigan that waits until inside of 10 seconds to snap the ball every time. That's just how they operate. 2nd down and 5 upcoming, and that's good when you're going up against a high-powered offense like Cabrini. Motion, left side, handoff. They go to the dive this time, and they get up just shy of that first down marker. Make it a 3rd down and 1 upcoming here for Our Lady of the Lakes. Thomas Harrington on the carry that time. Check that, Matthew Wen. 475 yards on the season. We get another look back at that earlier touchdown here momentarily. 1 yard to go. 3rd down and 1 in the area that this offense wants to be in. Base flex formation, 3-man front for Cabrini, and another dive play that works out to a first down. Out across the 40, to the 37-yard line they go. Looks like that was Wynn again, barreling through the middle. The first down coming up. Check that, the 38-yard line.
They have so many different options to run the football, the Lakers. There's so many different guys that you have to stop. there's 4 players above 200 yards rushing on the season.
That's how these flex offenses work. Another sky motion, left side, handoff, dive play. Maybe just a couple of yards on that one. Looks like up to about the 37-yard line. Call it a gain of 2. Rather check that, the 35. So we get a look back at that earlier touchdown here from Cabrini. Empty set, right down the seam, and a bold call right out of the gate for Cabrini. That's how you want to start off homecoming. A quick strike, get Our Lady of the Lakes back on their back foot. They have 6 yards to go here on the second down. Back to the dive they go, and Cabrini holding it to just a gain of a couple. Third down upcoming.
And this one's a little bit off schedule in terms of that 3rd and medium here. But we saw a 4th down and 6 situation earlier in this game or already on this drive where they picked it up on 4th down. So they're fully capable of, and I think this is especially 4-down territory right around the 30-yard line of the Monarchs.
This is a 4-down kind of offense. 3rd down and 6 upcoming. They just go with a QB sneak.
Yeah, I don't think the Monarchs.
Right up the middle. And I believe they picked up the first down too. They did. So inside the 30, now down to the 28. First down for Our Lady of the Lakes.
I don't think the Monarchs were ready for that one. I think they were used to some running back coming out in motion and picking up the handoff. But that one just goes straight at the middle. Look at this. No one picked him up, and Asai didn't have any contact 2 or 3 yards down the field.
Cabrini's running a 3-man front. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. First down at 10. Maybe they'll start packing the box a little bit more, creeping in a few more linebackers. Back to the dive they go. Up the middle, across the 25, maybe to the 24-yard line. They're going to say at the 25. So a gain of 2 and second down and 8. And this is a good place to be if you're Cabrini. Hold them to 2 yards or negative plays, right? They're going to get their yards with the offense they run. But at the very least, just don't give up the big play.
Yeah, bend, don't break type of defense. I mean, you can move the ball all 70 yards down the field, and if you don't come away with a touchdown or points, doesn't really matter at that case. As long as Cabrini keeps them out of the end zone, that's a win for them.
Second down and 7 upcoming for Our Lady of the Lakes. Another 3-man front, 2 outside backers for Cabrini. They go back to the dive and nothing there. Maybe a gain of 1, if that. In third down and 7 upcoming, and it looks like we have an encroachment penalty on that last play. So flag on the play. The indication was encroachment, and so they will move it back, and we'll do second down again. Now second down and 12 upcoming. Just inside the 30-yard line, 5:14 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, false start, that all ultimately kills drives.
Yeah.
And especially with a team that is one-dimensional in the Lakers. You know, that hurts them so much, especially keeping them off schedule. But we talked about a long, sustainable drive from the Lakers. 6 minutes already gone off the clock.
In an offense like this, you absolutely cannot have those penalties. You have to stay on schedule. A dive and a heavy set, and it's going nowhere. That interior D-line steps up, gives up a few yards, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but the place that Our Lady of the Lakes does not want to be in, and that's third down and long upcoming. Another dive play, and they've been really relying on that dive early in this game. Good job stepping up and making a play from the linebacker position. Noah Roman, who's a running back on the offense. Looks like a heavy set formation here for Our Lady of the Lakes on third down and 10, maybe looking to get a chunk of that yardage back. They go jet sweep. Well, they try to open it up for a pass, but he's taken down. James Ware ripped down in the backfield by guess who? Lander Emmerich. Fourth down and long upcoming.
Yeah, you saw Ryan Lacey. He was actually going to be leaking out on that right side. Had an opportunity to throw the football, but Lander Emmerich had other ideas. Hits him in the backfield. That's a second tackle for the loss already on this drive, but an opportunity missed from the Lakers.
Fourth down and about 15 yards upcoming for Our Lady of the Lakes. Check that, fourth down and 16. They may be trying to air one out here. It's an indication of Our Lady of the Lakes. They're not going to have much success on the outside if they have to block him today. Lander Emmerich just too fast, too physical. And that's another great play right there. 4th down. Cabrini brings the house. Rolling out to his left, Asai throws it down the field. Nobody there. It's incomplete. And Cabrini gets the ball back.
Yeah, rolling out a right-handed quarterback to the left side. It's going to be a difficult throw for any quarterback at any level, and especially when there's so much pressure coming at him. 2 Monarchs right in his face, and yeah, it's just a tough throw to make. The intended receiver, Nicholas Asai, a sophomore, but again, that's a long sustained drive by the Lakers. 8 minutes and clock chewed up, and now the Monarchs, we've only seen them for one play. Let's see what it's like when they have to drive down the field a little bit.
Now, who's to say that they are going to drive down the field? Maybe they got something else dialed up here. 31-yard line. Got 3:18 to go in this first quarter. And our quarterback, Bergdahl, back to work. Shotgun set, throws left side. He's got Emmerich. Takes a step in, makes 2 men miss, and barrels his way up to the 40-yard line, where he's finally corralled that time. Looks like it was big 73, Jack Miller, who finally brought him down.
Emmerich, such a big body target, 6'1", 189. Excuse me, 6'3", 189, and it's going to take a couple of defenders to bring him down every time. And way to go to your target, your big target, Lander Emmerich, early. Obviously, not many people touch the ball on the first drive, but a good way to get Emmerich involved in the drive early.
2nd down and 2 upcoming. Another shotgun set, play action, throw down the left side lines, and just out of the reach of Lander Emmerich. Little go route that time. Bergdahl led him too much, and now 3rd down and 2 upcoming, but the perfect spot to take a shot.
Yeah, perfect time to dial up a play action deep shot, 2nd and short. I like the play call there. Nice little play fake. Again, he had a man open, just overshot him. But a good route once again by Emmerich to stay in bounds as well. And even if he was able to catch it, would have been able to get a foot down.
Put a lot of air underneath it, just wasn't able to touch it just enough. 3rd down and 2. Another shotgun set. Noah Roman, sidecar to Bergdahl's left. Also have a split back in the backfield and 2 wideouts. Takes a snap, now pitches to Roman, outside right side as he puts the shoulder down. It gets out to the 45-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Cabrini.
Yeah, our first run of the game from the Monarchs. Almost took them a whole quarter to do so, but this is only their 4th play of the game offensively. But nice little halfback toss to the right side, created a nice hole on that right side, and picks up a 1st down, first 3rd down conversion of the day from the Monarchs.
Well, and you know, since RJ Chidester came in 2023, you can just see some of these offensive schemes very advanced. They move well, especially this offensive line. Split back right side, 2 wideouts and a shotgun set, and then looks like encroachment here for Cabrini.
Everybody but the center.
That'll bump it back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 15 upcoming.
Yeah, but a different.
I believe that's accurate. Look, I think we got all but one.
A couple of them
everybody
stayed.
but the tackles in the center.
Yeah, the 2 of them. 2 of them. The guards were anxious to get downfield, but with a team like the Monarchs, you know, you can afford to have a play like that because you're able to move the ball so quickly.
Shotgun set. Bergdahl pulls, throws left side. He's got his target up the sidelines, just shy of the 40 to the 41. Goes Jace Ketnar. Catch that one on the quick screen and then makes it happen. As he picks up yet another 1st down here for Cabrini.
Ketnar also a phenomenal defensive back. 2nd in the team on interceptions, 2 on the air. But you know, in high school football, there's so many dual athletes in terms of different sides of the ball, offense and defense. And there's just so many athletes on this field for Cabrini, all over the place. Look at their offensive line right there. You get a good look at that, their size. And their wide receivers, so many options.
Yeah, you got Richard Escobar, too, who's kind of working as a split back. Looks like a heavy set formation. They'll go with a screen left side. Emmerich making men miss. Emmerich, a couple of stiff arms, and he picks up a positive gain. Looks like 5 yards and a 2nd down and 5 upcoming. And he danced his way out of trouble a couple of times en route to that gain.
Yeah, he should have been tackled right there for a loss of 3.
2. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's a hard target. He's a hard guy to bring down, and maybe have to have a couple of double teams, which that means that there's going to be more opportunities for other guys to score and get receptions.
Make that a gain of 4, so 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for Cabrini. They might get one more play off before the end of this first quarter. They got Escobar again in the backfield. Tight set right, sky motion. Bergdahl pitches, and they'll go with a sweep. Here to Emmerich, and this time he won't slip away. James Ware, well aware that the stiff arm was coming. Got him by the legs and brings him down for a negative play.
That's the first time we've seen Emmerich tackled by the first would-be tackler. And a really impressive tackle by Ware. A little bit of a jersey tackle, but it counts the same. And a big-time tackle, and that should be the end of the first.
And a big loss for Cabrini. The first time we've seen them go backwards today. 7-0, all of it coming on one play, the first play from scrimmage. We'll be right back after this break. You're watching Homecoming Football on Cabrini YouTube.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
We're right back in, and we get an offsides. Hello, and welcome back in, Cabrini YouTube. And I believe Cabrini will get 5 yards out of this. They will. How about that? The hard count. Coming right back from break. Yeah. What was the 3rd down and 12 is now 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, I was just about to talk to them. They're behind the chains. And then you give this high offense 5 more yards to work with. And they can score at any point on the field and give themselves a 3rd down and a little bit more manageable.
2 wideouts right, 2 to the left. Single back formation here for Cabrini. Looks like Our Lady of the Lakes is bringing the house. They do. Bergdahl dances through it, throws, and he's got a man down the right sidelines, barreling his way inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 7. Jace Ketnar. They target him again, and a big first down for the Monarchs.
Very nice play out of Bergdahl. The pressure came immediately, dances a little bit to his left, and then moves out to his right and delivers a strike on the move to Ketnar. Ketnar makes a man miss. Our Ladies of the Lakes have missed a lot of tackles early on in this game.
Ryan Lockie lost his ankles in that transition. 8-yard line for Cabrini, up 7-0 here in the second quarter. Cabrini YouTube, a big thanks to everybody joining us. Nate Wangler alongside Ryan Glinsky. Penultimate week of this 2025 regular season as Cabrini looks to make history. And I don't know how superstitious they are, but go win a state championship. I know that's been the goal since the season began. Bergdahl fakes to the right side, now dances his way through the heart of that defense and maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal upcoming for Cabrini.
Yeah, they weren't fooled at all in that play. Looks like he kind of faked a toss to the right, had an option, doesn't, goes himself. He actually had if he pitches it out wide to the right there, I think they have an opportunity to score. I believe Noah Roman was out there on the right side, the junior. Had a clear lane down that right sideline.
What's scary to consider is that Bergdahl is only a junior, too. So athletic. But you're right, probably should have trusted the scheme on that last play.
First bad decision of the night from Bergdahl. And he's been near perfect. And I think he has been perfect on every single one. Outside of the one deep ball to Emmerich. Outside of that, near perfect.
Second down upcoming inside of 11 minutes. Now a timeout. I believe Cabrini has burnt a timeout. 7-0 the score. Cabrini threatening to score again. We'll take a step aside. Cabrini YouTube. Never mind, we're staying here. Because we want to tell you about Liberati's Italian Deli and Bakery. Whether you plan to tailgate at the game or party it up, watching at home, don't forget your food at Liberati's Italian Deli and Bakery. They are longtime Cabrini supporters and parish members. Try their party subs, you-bake pizzas and lasagnas, meat and cheese trays, or their fabulous meatball and Italian sausage, that is, mixture. Whatever you choose, it's sure to be a winner at Liberati's Italian Deli and Bakery. Second down and goal. Shotgun set. Escobar back in the backfield. Bergdahl with a man to his left. Fakes the handoff, throws middle, and it's knocked away. No fly zone in the end zone. Alex Asai rips it free, and now it's third down and goal upcoming for Cabrini.
Really good coverage from Asai. We get the back angle here. Really good job with the bigger Landon Emmerich. Gets his hand right in there to disrupt it. No PI, clean as day. And Asai may have had a couple of words there for the bigger Lander Emmerich.
I'm just curious if they don't punch it in. Do we see a Madison Smith appearance maybe to try to make it a 10-0 game? She was money on that point after attempt.
Depends.
Just interested to see how much she actually has.
Depends on what happens here on the third down. If it's a negative play or they get close inside the 5, I think if they stay here or they get closer, I think they're going for it.
The goal is to kick for 1. Bergdahl, a fake, throws outside, and he's got his target. Snagged in the corner of the end zone. Jace Ketnar on a 9-yard strike.
Don't even have to debate if they're going for it or not, because that's a beautiful ball from Bergdahl. Right to the right side. One-on-one fade in the end zone. Bergdahl knew immediately where he was going after that play fake. Looked to his right. Great toe tap as well to get both feet down. Only need one, but great job from Ketnar to get both feet down.
That counts anywhere you look. In NFL, in the college, anywhere else.
Ketnar's actually the long snapper.
Ketnar. It's Madison Smith. Sets it up and puts it through. Smith right down the middle. 14-0. Cabrini out in front. And Ryan Glinsky, it feels like everything at this point is going according to plan for Cabrini High School.
Yeah, I would say so. Even the third down conversion, and if you're the Lakers, you got to be a little bit upset with it because you had a good sustained drive going. That false start hurts them a little bit, kind of kills the drive, and then you get them to a third down and long situation a couple of times. Don't get off the field. Hey, this Monarchs team, they're undefeated for a reason. And they're showcasing it right here in front of us.
It is worth mentioning Our Lady of the Lakes building in the right direction. This is a team that last winning season was in 2018. They had a winless year since. A couple of 3-win seasons, a 2-win season. So the fact that they're 4-3 coming into this matchup is a big step forward for that program. Talked about Alan Schmidt, their head coach. Trying to just get this program to a place to where maybe they can get into the playoffs. Of course, they got one more game coming up next week, Oakland Christian, which is a winnable game for this team. And who knows, maybe 5 will be good enough to get you in. This one drops down. That's a live ball, and Our Lady of the Lakes is able to recover at the 25. Dropped in perfectly, and Cabrini nearly took it back. James Ware needed to get on top of that one, and he does to get possession.
Logan Emmerich was barreling forward for that one. Actually, no, it was not Logan Emmerich. It was actually Vaughn Edwards. He was in there on the play, and That could have been a disaster, giving the ball to the Monarchs at the 25-yard line and a chance to make it 21-0 before halfway through the second quarter.
Chance to get back to work for this offense. 2 tight ends set. 1 back in the backfield, another flex bone look. Hand off on the dive, and nothing available up the middle.
Great.
Maybe a gain of 1 if that. 2nd down and 9 upcoming.
Great gang tackling that time by the Monarchs. There was 4 Monarchs in there on the play. Blew up the offensive line and got to them. And now you got to see the Lakers be a little bit more creative. They both have seen 1 drive of each other, and the Lakers were pretty successful on that one, moving the ball for 50 to 60 yards. No points were scored.
You can tell right now Cabrini's trying to force Our Lady of the Lakes back towards the middle. You see how heavy they are on the outside defensively. A couple of outside backers. They're trying to pinch this offense. And right now it's working. Motion left. They try to go with the jet sweep, and nothing's available. Cabrini swarms again. James Ware swung down to the ground. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down and 9 upcoming for the team in white.
Yeah, they're going to have to start to get creative because this Cabrini team they're beating them at the line of scrimmage. That's 2 straight plays where they've gotten them in the backfields. And how does the Lakers respond to the adjustments made by the Monarchs?
3rd down and 10. Those jet sweeps, anything to the outside, simply just not working for Our Lady of the Lakes tonight. Flexbone set, 2 wideouts. They go with the dive, and it's shut down. The well has dried up on this rushing attack on this drive. 4th down and 10 upcoming here for Our Lady of the Lakes.
I think we'll see a punt on this one. This is a 4th down and 10 at your own 25-yard line. But just yet again, just beating them off the line of scrimmage. And no matter what type of offense you're trying to run, if you're getting beat off the line of scrimmage in the offensive line, you're not going to be successful at all.
Well, we knew it was a tough ask to begin with for this team to go 5 yards on their own 35. It's now the snap is offline, and fortunately they are able to get the punt away, but it ain't too far. Rolls out of bounds at the 37, and Cabrini, great field position. Here up 14-0 with 8:30 to go.
Yeah, it seemed like the snap kind of was lofted in the air.
Flipping end over end.
Didn't get a firm speed on the ball to the punter, and then all of a sudden there were 2 Monarchs in the backfield trying to block it, and then it takes a Monarch bounce in the end. So an overall really bad play for the Lakers, and now you're just giving Bergdahl more easier to the goal line, quicker to the goal line, and we know how this offense operates.
Here's another look at the snap. Here, as you can see, it's flipping end over end, and just that slight little bit of time that Ryan Lockey has to go up and catch that one is enough to allow Cabrini to get on top of him. And now this offense goes back to work. Here for Allen Park Cabrini. Check that. I guess they're re-punting. Fielded at the 32-yard line. Trying to break his way to the outside is Hughes, and he's swung down just shy of the 40-yard line. 39 is where they will start their drive. 1st down and 10 here for Cabrini.
Yeah, much better punt.
Want us to wonder exactly what happened that led to that re-kick, but nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a much better punt. You think about that's probably about 25 yards of field position that has just been flipped. Because you're thinking here, you're starting the ball at the 35-yard line of the Lakers, and now the Monarchs are starting at their own 39 here. So big-time field position flip. But again, this offense can score at will if they want. I got a feeling that, that field position change doesn't really matter.
Well, they've been great on special teams today. Almost got a block punt. Also had that kickoff return back to the 50 to begin this game. As we start again here with 8:11 to go in the second quarter. Already 2 touchdowns in the game for Cabrini, both of them through the air. Sky motion for Emmerich. It's a trick play. Emmerich doesn't have any options. Escapes trouble. Breaks the field to the opposite side. Emmerich has room. Makes 2 men miss. Makes another man miss inside the 25 to the 24. This kid with some wizardry And it gets Cabrini a first down.
You talk about making nothing out of something. Emmerich was trying to launch that one. He gets hit in the backfield at about the 33-yard line, which would have been a 6-yard loss, and turns it into about a 40-yard gain. Lander Emmerich, how about this kid? Nobody can bring him down, and eventually gets tackled by 3 Lakers.
Sometimes to get 40 yards, you got to run 80 yards, and that's what Lander Emmerich just did. But he made it work. First down and 10 at the 25 of Our Lady of the Lakes. And some defeated looks on that defense. Shotgun set. Escobar tucked behind the right guard. Single back look for Cabrini. Bergdahl hands off up the middle, and maybe a gain of 3. Is spinning his way forward as Noah Roman. In on the tackle on the other side, Alex Asai, or rather James Ware stepping up to make a play on the dive. Second down upcoming for the Monarchs. This community in a lot of ways rallied around this football team this year. We've seen the progress that they've made, and can we just bring it back to this coaching staff, the tremendous work that they've done. Very dynamic offense, and right now it has Our Lady of the Lakes on the ropes. You're just north of 6 minutes to go in the second. Bergdahl, play action, throws left side and a diving snag, but it looks like it is incomplete. Hit the ground on the way down, so third down upcoming.
Yeah, kind of looks, going back to that throw from Bergdahl, kind of seems like he had some happy feet in the pocket there. Kind of hopped into that throw or had his right foot up. It looked awkward on that play, and that's the result of it. But a really awkward throw. Even on that back shoulder throw to Ketnar, it looked a little awkward in terms of his feet. Maybe he's just anxious.
Third down and 7. For the spread option offense, we've seen a little bit of everything. Split back this time for Cabrini is Logan Emmerich. Caught the opening touchdown. Bergdahl fake, looks that way, now rolls right, and he's going down, but that might be a horse collar. Does the flag come out? It does not. They're going to say it's clean. Swung down back at the 35-yard line. A big sack this time for Our Lady of the Lakes. It's Matthew Wynn doing it on the defensive side this time.
Yeah, initially started off with Guram Sertzi getting a pressure around the edge, forcing Bergdahl out, and then obviously finishing up the play. Really good job that time from the Lakers, and gets a third down stop, but we'll see what this offense will do. I imagine they'll go for it.
Always that gray area, too, with that tackle about the horse collar. You can't grab that area, but instead just grab the back of his jersey. So I believe we'll have a timeout here. So they're going to talk things over. Fourth down in a generation. As we take a step aside, we'll be right back. This is Cabrini YouTube.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while...
Fourth down and about a mile coming up for Cabrini. Just north of 5 minutes. We'll see if Bergdahl and Cabrini maybe have one more trick play up their sleeve. 3 wideouts left side. Bergdahl sets, throws, middle, and it's out of reach of his intended target. Right through the middle, Jace Ketnar And a turnover on downs for Our Lady of the Lake. So a good step in the right direction for this team, especially after the bad field position. They were able to bounce back with a better punt the second time around, but defense makes a stand.
Yeah, I really like that they brought some pressure on this one. A little bit of five-man pressure, a little bit of a stunt right there you saw there. And kind of, I think, may have given some shock to Bergdahl. I thought he probably thought that they were going to sit back in coverage and he'd have all time to throw. But good little mix in coverage here. But, Nate, if the Lakers are able to score a touchdown in this drive, milk a lot of that clock, and then they get the ball to start the second half, this could turn into a really interesting game.
Now you're thinking. Base, flex, set. 2 wideouts, motion right. And the ball's fumbled. It's on the ground. And Cabrini's got it. Right after the turnover, a miscommunication on the handoff, and Wen puts it on the ground. And that's sometimes the drawback of running an offense like this. Those decisions happen so quickly. This time they put it on the ground and Cabrini gets a break.
You had it right in the chest. It was a good handoff, just on it, moving too fast. And now you give Bergdahl and this Cabrini offense plus field position right about the 23. And I talked about it. They scored a touchdown, the Lakers. Could have made this game interesting, but in one play, that's completely gone out the window.
You simply have to be mistake-free against a team like Cabrini. Shotgun set, Bergdahl. 3 down linemen across. Our Lady of the Lakes, 4 backers. Bergdahl fakes, throws left side. He's got Emmerich. Spins through 1 tackle. Shifts his way around another. Forging forward just shy of the 30-yard line, maybe at the 30-yard line. Man, it takes more than 1 or 2 or even 3 sometimes to bring down.
Yeah, I thought Emmerich initially should have gone inside before he went outside to when he received the football. But it goes outside, makes it tough. But again, he still gets positive yards on it because he makes every first tackle attempt miss, makes a negative game. We've seen that 2 or 3 times already in this game where it should be a negative play, should be hit for a 5-yard loss, but makes a 5-yard positive gain out of it, or in some cases, makes a 50-yard gain out of it.
2nd down and 7 upcoming. They call the yak stat yards after catch, but you could also say yards after contact, and I think Emmerich is leading the entire state of Michigan in that category.
Especially after this game.
2nd down and 7 upcoming. Bergdahl rolls right, looks that direction. Has time. Does he decide to pull it down, trying to direct traffic? And he swung down at the 40. Another sack for Our Lady of the Lakes. This time it's Alex Lampy.
Yeah, Lampy leads the team in sacks with 3 and makes a big one here. But this is just a long developing play, moving all the way over to the right side from Bergdahl. And Bergdahl's actually limping.
James Ware was the first one to make contact, and Bergdahl is limping off the field. Maybe got tied up on that last one. It looks like he's okay, just kind of nursing maybe that foot right now. Got tied up on his way down, and yeah, you definitely see walking a little gingerly on that foot.
Seems to be walking a little bit better than he was at the beginning, but just such a long developing play, moving around like that. And the Lakers defense starting to stand tall here.
3rd down and a country mile and a timeout here for Cabrini. They burn a TO, we'll burn one as well. 14-0, Monarchs in front. You're on Cabrini YouTube.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Third down and 16 for Cabrini. Shotgun snap, throw left side, and the catch is made just shy of the 30. Maybe spun down at the 31-yard line is Jace Ketnar. He's been one of the main focuses on the receiving end for Cabrini today. And they get a good chunk of that yardage back. Fourth down upcoming.
Yeah, this play is simply to set up their fourth down. And it makes this one, this should be about a fourth down and 9 or 8 or something like that. So it should give them 7, actually, 4th and 7. So that was simply to set up this fourth down and manageable. They got 9 on the last play. But remember, Nate, last time the Lakers brought pressure on fourth down. Let's see if they do the same here.
Our Lady of the Lakes has 2 sacks today. They've brought the pressure a lot in this first half. They will do so again. Bergdahl sets, throws, fade route, right side, and it's incomplete. Is there an interference call? There's not. No laundry on the field. In ideal coverage, Nicholas Asai.
Yeah, Eddie Hughes was really upset. Was really upset that there's no PI, but at the same time, there's no contact, no illegal contact from Asai. He turns his head late, but he doesn't interfere with the play at all. The ball's underthrown by Bergdahl, and is that the kryptonite to Bergdahl's bringing pressure? We've seen the Lakers bring pressure time and time again, and Bergdahl has not completed passes, when pressure's in his face.
I think it's worth noting they did get the one-on-one matchup they wanted. Ball just wasn't deep enough in order to make the play. But the pressure, again, forcing that incompletion. First down and 10 at the 30 here for Our Lady of the Lakes. And a running offense, running a 2-minute drill as they try to punch it in before halftime. Base flex look, handoff on the dive. Win. He's going to pick up a chunk of that on play number 1. The dive works out to 9. It's second down and 1. They're going to have to go hurry up here.
Now, again, if they score here, Nate, they could have an opportunity to make this really interesting.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe they have any trick plays drawn up. Not used to going quick, but they're going to have to. 2:08 to go in this first half. 2 wideouts. Still this base flex set. Handoff middle, win. Lost it again! He lost it in the transaction, and it's Cabrini football. Fumbles in consecutive drives for the fullback. And even when their defense helps them out, they give it right back. And now Cabrini with a chance to punch it in before half. 1:48 to go.
Laker fans have really got to be frustrated with me if it's a superstition thing. I've said both times, if they make a play here, or they score a touchdown here on this drive, it could get interesting. Both times I said that, it's resulted in 2 fumbles. So I'm sure they're probably upset with me.
Well, maybe a look into some of the struggles Our Lady of the Lakes has had this season. Just mental mistakes at the moment. 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles on 2 missed handoffs. And the communication not where it needs to be right now for Our Lady of the Lakes. 1:48 to go. Little pitch outside as they work it back to the middle. And look at improvising. Maybe a gain of 5 or 6 that time for Noah Roman after it looked like a negative play.
Yeah, how many times are we going to see the Monarchs turn negative plays into positive plays? Yeah, you're right, Nathan, 6 or 7 times, but that's what happens. That could be a difference in a game of not turning those negative plays into negative plays, and that's what a good team like Cabrini can do. They can hurt you in that way.
Quick toss, now a 2nd and 5 upcoming as they continue to wear down that clock. Trying to be the last team to touch the football in this first half. Now just a minute 07. Give you a look at everything that went down in that first half during our halftime show. Lander to Logan, 50-yard touchdown strike on the first play from scrimmage. And then Ketnar with a 9-yard touchdown reception in the second quarter to bring us to where we are in this 14-0 lead with 45 seconds to go. Bergdahl rolls right, looking, now throwing down that right sidelines, and it's knocked away by Wen. Looks like some laundry flew in. Is that a pink flag? 3rd down and 5 upcoming.
Yeah, I would say so.
flag, and it looks like it's a holding penalty.
That'll move the offense back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
3rd down and 15 upcoming.
Repeat second down. It'll be second down.
And while Our Lady of the Lakes has certainly shot themselves in the foot, 3rd down and 14 upcoming. You could also argue Cabrini's done the same thing, though. A few mental mistakes, and obviously the sacks don't help as well.
Yeah, no, sacks have been drive killers. I know it's a super cliche to say, but they've had a couple of drive killers on sacks, and now they're looking at a 2nd down and 13 here. So again, they can still pick up this 1st down, and it's not uncommon for them to do so, but 2nd down.
2nd and 13 with 36 seconds to go. They do have 2 timeouts. Throw, Bergdahl airs it out towards the end zone, and he connects with Eddie Hughes. Touchdown Cabrini in a 3-score lead.
I said they could still find a way to score a touchdown even despite those mental mistakes, but Bergdahl play action, absolute dime into Hughes, walk-in touchdown. This time he got the better of Asai, and you mentioned last drive that they got the one-on-one matchup that they wanted. They got it again this time, and it counts for 6.
With under 30 seconds to go in the first half, Madison Smith, who knuckles one through. Snuck it right through the bar, 21-zip. Monarchs out in front.
And when you give a good team like Cabrini so many opportunities in plus territory, they're eventually going to hurt you, and that big touchdown pass hurts them again. 3 touchdown passes already by the one and only Bergdahl.
3 touchdown strikes. A look at our supporters here tonight. Another look at that touchdown here for Bergdahl. 40-plus yard strike.
I counted 42.
It would be 42, in fact. His homecoming here tonight. Just 29 seconds to go. Maybe Our Lady of the Lakes. It's a little special teams mojo as this one's knuckled forward where it's picked up at the 30-yard line. Breaking outside, James Ware, and he's slammed down just across the 30-yard line at the 32, and a flag flies in. James Ware got popped on special teams. Personal foul, face mask, looks like this time against Cabrini. And I know that generally speaking, going into halftime, you want to be maybe conservative, don't turn the football over, but you talked about it, Ryan. They get the ball back, so maybe try to just air one out here, and if you turn it over, you turn it over. Almost kind of works out like a punt in that way.
Yeah, and plus you tack on 15 more yards. I still don't think they've been counted out yet, as they're being counted out as we speak. And again, it puts you in a good spot here. I was going to say just take a knee and go into half, but I think you almost have to, maybe pull a trick play out here.
Keep in mind, they still have timeouts too, so that is still something that they have, and they were practicing shotgun snaps before the game, so maybe they have something there. 4-man front for Cabrini. Speed motion as they throw out here left side. They got their man. It's Wen. Gets to the sidelines, and I believe got out of bounds. Smart play by him.
And he got out of bounds, saved the timeout as well. So they are going to be a little bit of aggressive. And Nate, you almost think with how many runs we've seen from the Lakers that the Monarchs are just kind of sitting on the run, and a pass there kind of seemed to almost caught them off guard.
Actually, they're going to say the clock continued to roll, so they called a timeout here. But a look at our HoCo crew tonight. It's homecoming at Cabrini. Getting ready to crown homecoming queen, I believe, at halftime. So all those festivities taken off at halftime. We'll see who they nominated as the homecoming queen. Do you ever get homecoming king, Ryan Glinsky? Was that?
No,
is that
I was
you?
never nominated
No?
for anything
Okay.
like that.
All right, yeah, me neither.
I played soccer in the fall, so no one was going to nominate a soccer player.
Fist bump from the center, and Jack Barber to the referee. 17 seconds, 2 timeouts for Our Lady of the Lakes. Another jet motion, and they throw it again out to the flat for a second time, and dancing his way to a first down and out at the 35 is James Ware.
It's the first time the Lakers have been in Monarch territory since their first drive of the game.
Maybe start throwing some screen passes in the second half.
Yeah, and then you might have the Monarchs defense really out of sorts because they've been sitting on the run. And now you're starting to see a couple of speed option plays like that, and they've gotten, I'd say in the 2 plays, 35, 40, or 35, 30 yards out of it.
8 seconds, you argue they probably have one more play. If they're lucky, maybe they can get 2 out of it. But maybe a quick strike, get down, call a timeout, and then go for the end zone. This is the first time, as Ryan was talking about, they've had this much momentum on offense. 8 seconds. Fake toss, throw left side, and it's picked up inside the 25 and out of bounds at the 20, or rather inside, the 25 to the 23-yard line. First down for Our Lady of the Lakes, and now one more shot at the end zone. That time it was Matthew Wynn. He's been the favorite target out of the backfield for Alex Asai, the quarterback.
They may have found a little bit of an option here going forward offensively.
They found an option outside of the triple option. Timeout here for Our Lady of the Lakes. We'll keep it right here for the meantime before we finally second quarter brought to you by Chick-fil-A, your neighborhood Chick-fil-A. Allen Park is proud to support the St. Francis Cabrini community. Visit us on the Hill. Great food, friendly faces, in a place to be a light at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I would see in this situation is the lob one up to the end zone, see what happens, and of course, there's always the possibility of a pass interference, you get an untimed down. But lob it up, see what happens, give your guy, one of your guys, a chance to go up and make a play.
You ever played jackpot growing up?
Yep.
It's a game of jackpot. Ooh, thought we had a flinch there, nothing called. Any options, Asai throws through the middle, and that one is incomplete, and that'll end the first half. 21-zip. The Monarchs out in front in this first half. Going to look back at some of our highlights from half number 1. This one, play number 1. Right down the middle. The connection that ended up getting them on the board. Logan Emmerich. Of course, Lander Emmerich played a big role as well. Second strike was to Ketnar, 9-yard touchdown strike in the second quarter. And then Hughes got in on the action too, a 42-yard touchdown pass. 29 seconds to go in that second quarter, and that brings us to halftime. 21-0 Cabrini out in front. They've also forced a couple of turnovers, Ryan, and that's been huge for this team.
Yeah, they miscued on one of those turnovers, unable to get points off of it. But the second time they got points off of it. But when the Lakers brought a little bit of pressure, as you see a sack right there, when they brought a little bit of pressure, they were able to create some mishap for the offense of Cabrini. But the Lakers found a little bit of answers offensively on that last drive.
21-0 Cabrini as we take a break. We'll be back for the second half. You're watching Cabrini YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest announcer for today. Give a nice hand to
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
For your juniors, let's hear it for the Portman family. Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
The results are, in 4th place, the sophomore class. In 3rd place, the freshman class.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools. From Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena, each year more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
And friends of Cabrini, we would like to present your Cabrini.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools. From Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena, each year more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools. From Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena, each year more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Looking for a score, a schedule, a story? MHSAA.com has you covered. Our newly redesigned website has everything you need to follow high school sports in Michigan. And it's optimized for mobile use. Fans can submit scores on a Friday night, check playoff pairings and game times, or read about the student athletes from your community. Your first stop is MHSAA.com. Connect with us online and get everything you need all in one place.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe
All right, Vance, I will ask that you please crown our 2025 Homecoming King. Ladies and gentlemen, a big congratulations to Richard Escobar! And now, Faith, I'll ask that you please crown our 2025 Homecoming Queen. Congratulations, Madison Smith! A huge congratulations from all of us here at St. Francis Cabrini High School. Let's give one more round of applause for our homecoming king, Richard Escobar, and our homecoming queen, Madison Smith. Thank you.
The Cabrini Monarch greeting the players on the sidelines as we get ready for half number 2. 21-0 in favor of Cabrini. Looking to finish undefeated for the first time since 1967. Yeah, it's been a long time since they've been able to win all their games in the regular season. But they're faced with a real opportunity if they can win this one and then finish it off with a victory next week. Taking a look back at our scoring recap from that first half. And it was Lander to Logan, a 50-yard touchdown strike on the first play from scrimmage. Ketnarm had a 9-yard touchdown reception in the second quarter at 10:51. And then it was Hughes on the 42-yard touchdown strike, which is 29 seconds to go in that second quarter. Again, Ryan Glinsky, we talked about the turnovers as well. As here's a look back at that first play from scrimmage. Can't draw it up any better than that. Drops it right in the breadbasket. And a pretty reception from Logan Emmerich to go the length. But an opportunity for Our Lady of the Lakes to maybe put themselves back in a good spot as we get set for half number 2. 21-0 in favor of the Monarchs. They have something big and shiny in mind at the end of their season, but first, got to finish off this game in front of them. The Lakers receive to begin the second half, and here we go. End over end, it's picked up, skipping just north of the 10-yard line, and then ripped down. Thomas Harrington taken down shy of the 20-yard line, and that's where Our Lady of the Lakes will begin first down and 10.
I think that the Lakers may have found something at the end of that first half with that drive of using the air attack, the air assault to their advantage, and they did a really good job of moving the ball down the field. Obviously, time ran out. There was actually an option in the end zone. I believe Ryan Loki was actually open in the end zone. Missed throw, or actually went to the wrong target, but can they find a little bit of sense of rhythm again and then maybe go back to that ground game a little bit as well?
19-yard line, first down and 10 for the Lakers. Here in the second half. 4-man front on the other side for Cabrini. That base flex set on the other end for Our Lady of the Lakes. Motion right. They'll go back to the dive, and they'll get a positive play out of it. Up near the 25-yard line, maybe the 24, that time for Wynn.
Just kind of feels like that the Our Lady of the Lakes have really kind of had pieces in chunks of putting together a really good drive. You saw the first drive, they did it on the ground, and then on the last drive of the first half through the air. If they can find the right mixture of mixing in the pass and mixing in the run, I feel like they could be really successful in this second half.
Second down and 5. Do they get Cabrini to jump? Looks like they did come across the line.
That was Vaughn Edwards.
So that works out perfect. That'll, I believe, get them a first down. So that'll move the sticks here for the Lakers. By the way, we do have some news to break to you. Our homecoming king is Richard Escobar, offensive lineman and defensive lineman for Cabrini. And any guesses, Ryan Glinsky, who our homecoming queen is?
No.
Madison Smith.
Oh, okay.
Kicker for Cabrini.
2 football players.
The kicking queen. Facebook, or rather fullback, not Facebook, fullback dive up to the 35-yard line. You can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, that
I'm sure
you can.
Cabrini has a Facebook page.
That you can.
35-yard line, second down, upcoming here for Our Lady of the Lakes. But it seems like, to your point, Ryan, it'd almost be advantageous for them to try to go back to the air assault at least a little bit here.
Yeah, I think it kind of depends what they do on first down. If they continue to stay on schedule on second down, I think that they'll continue to stay with the run.
4-man front again here for Cabrini. They go with the dive, and it's Wen trying to push his way forward. Maybe gets up to about the 37-yard line on that rush. A third down and 3 incoming for the Lakers.
Yeah, as long as they can continue to turn out and make it a third down and manageable third down and 3 or so, I think they're going to continue to stick with that run. But the moment that you see a tackle for the loss from a run, I think you're going to go straight back to the air.
3rd down and 3 is where they are happiest. This is where they make their money in this kind of offense. Motion right, handoff fullback, nowhere to go. Initially wrapped up at the 35-yard line. It's a loss of 2 on the play. James Ware handing it off that time to Jack Bloss. He's blasted in the backfield, and now 4th down and medium.
Yeah, I still think you're in 4-down territory, down 3 scores here on the first drive of the second half.
Tyler Hernandez-Walsh with a great tackle on that play.
And I think you're still in 4-down territory. I think this is where you're going to see them drop back and throw a couple of passes.
4th down and 4. They are in punt formation. Have to be on the lookout for the fake, and there it is. There's the throw, and they got the first. Perfectly executed. And picking it up is Alex Asai, the quarterback. Out just shy of the 45 at the 44. 1st down for the Lakers.
Well, they threw the football that time, and it was a little bit awkward and a little bit different than normal. Balaki, a really good pass from his punting position this time.
The wide out to the quarterback. How about that?
Yeah, and then Asai, brilliant sideline catch, continues to get this drive moving. But again, Monarchs have not seen anything like that already in this game. Good little look.
43-yard line, 1st down and 10 for this group. They go motion right side, but dive back to the opposite end. He's plowing his way out across the 45, maybe to the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of about 4. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
Yeah, and again, they're happy with 4 yards a carry because ultimately 4 4-yard carries will give you a 1st down. Actually, 3 4-yard carries will give you a 1st down as well. But no, they're happy with that. And the moment that you see that first down run go for a loss or maybe just a 1-yard gain, you're going to see them throw it.
Hard part is, though, is that when you do that, you're eating time off the clock, especially down by 3 scores. See if they can find a way to get themselves back into it. 2nd down and about 7. Handoff is to Win, barreling his way through and gets a 1st down for Our Lady of the Lakes up to the 45-yard line. Team in white on the move across the 50 here inside of 8 minutes.
Yeah, this is kind of reminiscence of how the first drive went of the game for the Lakers, just moving down the field via the ground game, picking up 1st downs, picking up a 4th down conversion in the same spot. But hopefully for the Lakers, the result is a little bit different, and hopefully it ends with 6 points, whether they kick a field goal for the PAT or go for 2.
1st down and 10 at the 45. Here for the Lakers. Base flex set, handoff off a reverse. Little misdirection in the backfield. Gets him out across near the 40-yard line. 2nd down upcoming.
Yeah, still on schedule here. Different angle from the ground that time. I do like that angle from the field. And I get another look at it. And Ryan Chidester.
Second down and 8 upcoming. Motion right, they fake the pitch and they reverse it to the other end, but someone's waiting there. One number 2 meets the other number 2. James Ware runs into Noah Roman. And they swarm him down for no gain on the play, and a 3rd down and 8 upcoming.
Yeah, I think this is where you see a throw, and they've been successful with some of those crossing patterns, rolling out the quarterback aside, making some throws. Actually, we have a flag down.
We do have some laundry on the field. 6:36 to go in this 3rd quarter. We'll see what they call this. Are they looking at an iPad right now? Is this replay review?
I think it's going to be on Cabrini based on what the Lakers' reaction and pointing was.
I guess we'll know based off of how far they move it back. Explanation being given across the way to the head coach of Our Lady of the Lakes and Alan Schmidt. And are we just going to replay the down? Is that the situation here? 2nd down and 8. I guess we're just replaying the down. Flex set for the Lakers. And a 4-man front for Cabrini. Now they decide to reverse it to the opposite end. And it's the king himself. Escobar finds his way through and pulls down the rusher and Thomas Harrington for a loss of 4.
Escobar was actually pushed down on the play. He was going to be down, and there was actually a lane on that right side for Harrington if he made it, but Escobar falling down still somehow makes the tackle on Harrington. If Escobar does not make that play, there's some green grass out in front for Harrington.
Lakers trying to go with some of this misdirection in the second half. They've nearly bled half of the clock off of this quarter here in the third as we approach just 5 minutes to go. Long way to go for this flex bone offense. Asai looking downfield, throws it that way, and it's nearly intercepted. Skies it over the head of Harrington, and now 4th down and forever upcoming.
Yeah, gotta be careful on that one, as there was a couple of Monarchs in the area lurking to pick that one off. But now it's a 4th down and very long. And I almost think that they should have gone a little bit short on that one to make it 4th down and 5, 4th down and 6.
4th down and 12. They split. 2 wideouts left, 2 right. This is something new we haven't seen from them. Just a single back set. Straight drop for Asai. Throws left side, and he's got his man. A one-on-one ball, and it's pulled in by Ryan Lockey. Just shy of the 15-yard line. And a great strike for Asai on a 4th down prayer.
It was. That's also a really good pickup by Blosey on that block to pick up Escobar, who was lurking off the left edge. And a really good throw into Lockey, corrals it in, and that gives some life for this Lakers offense.
That might be with you. Maybe they need to start trusting Asai to throw the football around a little bit more. That ball had some air time under it. And a great snag at the end. 1st down and 10 at the 14. Ooh, it's nearly fumbled again. Instead, they get about 2 out of it. Matthew Wynn and Alex Asai right now just not on the same page with these handoffs.
Wynn's already had 2 fumbles in this game.
Saw Wynn bobbling that football before kind of barreling forward. 2nd down and 8 upcoming.
Yeah, but picks up a positive gain, and we talked about how many times Cabrini has turned negative plays into positive play. That's the first time we've seen that from the Lakers.
Check that. They're going to say 2nd and 5. Motion right side, fake handoff. Asai takes it himself as he pushes forward, and he may be close to it. 3rd down and very short upcoming. So the best opportunity of the day for Our Lady of the Lakes to punch it in. Looks like just a QB ISO on this play.
Yeah, just goes back to his backer, then keeps it himself. Smart play, we've seen it, but 3rd down here. But a lot of clock has gone off in this 3rd quarter. And down 3 scores, we got 4:11 on the clock to go. And with down 3 scores, you kind of want to score a little bit quicker unless they're going to try to gamble on the outside.
3rd down and 2. Maybe we'll see if the Monarchs can run the football a little bit. Motion Asai, keeps it, pushes forward. And he is close. And they're going to say he got the 1st down. So he did end up picking it up. So 1st and goal. Now at the 5-yard line here for Our Lady of the Lakes. We'll check that. All right, looks like our side angle is saying it was short. I believe, thought at first that they gave him the distance. But it's actually 4th down and 1. So a massive, what could be a turning point in this game. Our Lady of the Lakes trying to get some confidence back by punching it in. Cabrini's going to try and shut him down. Flex look, tight end right for the Lakers. And they go with the snake. Little tush push. And it gets them all the way down near the goal line. maybe to the 1 yard line. First down and goal. And now a prime opportunity for them to punch it in.
Yeah, SI, really good job of getting low, staying low, and then the pile just continues to push them forward. Really nice executed tush push play. I don't know if that was necessarily supposed to be a tush push, but it's a nicely executed play. And if I'm the Lakers, based on that last push that I just got, I'm running the same exact play here right on the 1 yard line.
I'm almost surprised that they didn't pack more bodies into the box if they were Cabrini, but now they do. They got a couple of men stacked up front. Do they go right back to it? And the ball's fumbled. Aside got it back. Drops down to the ground, and I'm sure he'll have a few words for his center. Another bad transaction. Already have turned the ball over twice on fumbles. And again, Cabrini has scored off of one of those. And Ryan, you've talked about that. Imagine how different this game would look if they were to score right now, just down by 2 scores.
It'd look very different. I think that time it's on the side. It hits him right in the hands. I think it looks fine from the center exchange. They just dropped it for him. Luckily, the ball doesn't go very further. I think it's still at the 1. Yeah, it's still inside the 1 yard line. So ultimately, it's just they just lose a play.
You have a man directly over our center, and Jack Barber needs to get the snap to where it needs to go. Stacked formation, and they fumble it again. Asai has to cover it up. 3rd down and goal. And you immediately saw Jack Barber turn around and say something to his quarterback in Asai.
Yeah, they're not even running any plays inside the 1 yard line, but down by 3 scores, you have to come up with 6 points. And look at how much clock is left in this 3rd quarter. This is the only drive we've seen in this 3rd quarter. They're going to milk a whole quarter running the football. And I think this works in the 1st or 2nd quarter of the game, but not right now.
They'll have 2 more cracks at it, again from the 1 yard line. Looked like a flinch, nothing called. They go with dive. Win is in. And the Lakers finally get on the board. It's 21-6 here in the 3rd.
It's almost like they should have done that on the first one, but they bobbled both of the snaps. But great recovery from this team. Way to bounce back from a little bit of adversity with the quarterback exciting, the quarterback in the center exchange. They give it to Wynn, who we've known has had a couple of fumble issues in this game, but bounces back with a touchdown run, and that gets Our Lady of the Lakes right back in it.
All can be forgiven if you're able to punch it into the end zone. On for the extra point. Ryan Lockey trying to cut it down to 14. Snap is high, and now they try to run an option play. Lockey's got nowhere to go, just tries to hoist it forward. Kind of looked like a smooth option play there for a second, but broke down very quickly. And those could be valuable points on down the line. 21-6 as they fail to get the PAT.
Yeah, I think if they were gonna run a play like this, I think you should have just gone with taking the direct snap from a side. You're still down by 2 scores, 15 points. You're gonna have to go for a 2-point conversion, but Matthew Wynn, his 4th touchdown on the season.
The Dot Storage makes some room with the Dot Storage, Wyandott's newest self-storage facility located right on McKinley. With clean, secure units and easy access, stop by the office, 1050 McKinley in Wyandotte. Call 734-556-3251. Mention this ad and get a free month when you sign up. That's the Dot Storage. Again, the Dot Storage. Store it in the Dot.
Now, I've seen something with the Monarchs as they've been throwing the football a ton. Do they try to ground and pound and milk this clock? I mean, they're fully capable of doing so. But I also would not be surprised if the Lakers go onside kick here, Nate.
Maybe a little squib kick, maybe try to get some guys down the field. We nearly saw Cabrini do that in the first half. Fortunately, the Monarchs were able to get on top of it, but I like your thinking, Ryan Glinsky. This would seem like the proper time to do so, and especially against a high-powered opponent like Cabrini. Take every chance you get.
And they also milked the whole quarter. There's 41 seconds left in the 3rd.
Maybe they have something up their sleeve. Instead, they boot it down the field, and this one will stay in. Great job covering it up inside the 30-yard line, maybe at the 29, or check that, the 19-yard line. That is a live ball, but a wise, high IQ play to allow that one to roll as far as it did, because if that goes out of bounds, that's free yardage there. But nonetheless, it'll be first down from the 19.
Yeah, Hughes actually fielded this one out of bounds. You see right there, he flips to go out of bounds while he touches it. But the referee doesn't acknowledge that at all, or a penalty. Again, smart play by Eddie Hughes to at least maybe get some yardage, lets it roll out of bounds. But again, the referees are kind of coming to a meeting here to explain if anything, if they thought it should have been a penalty, but I don't think anything will happen.
Smart play by Hughes, first down and 10, upcoming for Cabrini. Just over half a minute until the end of this third quarter, and a 2-score lead for the Monarchs. Shotgun set, handoff to the left side. It's Noah Roman. Dances through one tackle and then gets swung down to the ground by his face mask. Jack Miller got him hooked up, and that'll lead to a flag.
Yeah, late flag. Yeah, it was a late flag. And I thought it was clearly a face mask, but I didn't see it till the end.
Will be a personal foul, face mask. They'll move the football forward. Take a look at the replay here. Good job cutting inside, and then yeah, definitely got that face mask tugged. First down upcoming here for Cabrini. We're talking about what's coming up next week. Again, Oakland Christian is on the docket for Our Lady of the Lakes. On the other side for Cabrini, again, not sure who they're going to play in their final week. Some question marks next to that one, but tough to find anybody that can beat this team. So they're going to let the final seconds wear off of this third quarter. Well, this is the first time Cabrini is touching the football in the second half. The Lakers took entirely the entire third to get down the field, and now they need a stop. We'll see if they can get that when we come back. 21-6, Monarchs on top here on Cabrini YouTube.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school.
And set hut. Handoff right side, Noah Roman. Out across the 30. Still going. Roman finds the sidelines. It's a foot race. And he's finally pushed out. Past the 20-yard line, Noah Roman rumbling down the sidelines, and a big gainer for Cabrini.
Yeah, it didn't look like the Lakers were fully set. They looked confused at what they were going to be in. And handoff to Roman. Haven't seen too many handoff plays go for that type of a distance in this game, but that's a big one and a backbreaker for the Lakers.
45-yard run for Roman all the way up to the 20-yard line of the Lakers. And if they score here, Ryan Glinsky, that really kind of buries this Our Lady of the Lakes team. And you asked, do they have a running game? I think they answered that on that one. They go right back up the middle to Roman again. This time he gets planted. Not much doing there. Second down upcoming here for the Monarchs.
Yeah, the Monarchs, they're going to take their time with the football. They know that they're up 2 scores already in, yeah, they are inside the red zone or just outside. But Bregdahl and Chidester know that they have They can burn as much clock as they want. It's up to the Lakers to come up with a stop.
These uniforms have hints of Toledo.
Toledo?
Or Kent State? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Oh, no.
Maybe a little more Kent State?
No, I can see it now. It just didn't see it from that particular angle.
They also got the stickers on the helmet, too. I think that's a Toledo thing. Just saying, just pointing that out.
No, I didn't see it from that angle. I could definitely see it now with Toledo. But I don't know why you're mentioning Ohio in a Michigan broadcast.
I don't know. It's just an observation. That's all. Second down upcoming here for Cabrini in a false start. Morgan Stollings just got a head start on that one. They'll move it back 5 yards. Second down upcoming.
Yeah, maybe he heard you mention an Ohio school.
Toledo?
Yeah, an Ohio school in this Michigan broadcast.
Hey, that's high praise, though. They're good in the MAC. They've always been good in the MAC. I'm just saying. Toledo's a very good football team. Always have been.
Miami, Ohio is better. And the University of Ohio is better.
Ryan has his opinions, being a CMU grad. Shotgun set with a tight left. Bergdahl pitches left side. Roman swings his way around a few defenders, but he's not going to get much. If anything, third down and long upcoming here for Cabrini. And Ryan, when this one comes to an end, we're going to look back at this game and go, you know what? Our Lady of the Lakes made a lot of plays defensively tonight. It's just for whatever reason, the mental mistakes, the fumbles, everything else is what's ultimately going to sideline this team.
Yeah, the fumbles they really brought pressure, and that changed up what Bergdahl was doing in the pocket. He kind of got sped up, if that's the case, in terms of his internal clock when throwing the football. And they've done a really good job, but I'm just thinking back to that fumble at the end of the first half that the Monarchs turned into 6 to 7 points. If that doesn't happen, you know, it's only a one-score game right now.
Snap here on third down. A fake, now an airing it out to the corner of the end zone, and it's in and out of the hands of Emmerich. Tried to high point it and isn't able to pull it in. Incomplete, fourth down upcoming.
It's a good throw from Bergdahl off the play action. Actually gave his guy a chance. Emmerich actually hits him.
Wow,
hits him
right
in the chest.
in the hands.
Should have caught that one.
Tough break for Emmerich. Now fourth down upcoming here inside of 10 minutes. There's another look at it too, the play action. Ooh, you got to pull that one in.
And you almost think if you're going for it back on fourth down, is we see some words exchanged with Bergdahl and Lander Emmerich. They could have gone a little bit shorter to make this fourth down a little bit closer, or maybe closer into field goal range.
It's a team that likes the home run ball, as we saw from their homer to begin the game. Bergdahl rolls right, throws that direction, and it's picked off. The Lakers take one away. And after a pair of turnovers given up, they finally take one back. Swooping in for the INT, James Ware. And the Lakers have life in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's a great interception. Jumps the route. And Bergdahl he's played almost perfect in this game and throws a critical interception in a bad spot again. It's also fourth down, but in the end, it still gives the Lakers life here. But with 9 minutes to go in this game, they've got to speed up their drives a little bit. Let's see how they play this one, if they're going to continue to throw or they're going to continue to run.
First down and 10 for Our Lady of the Lakes. Here from the 25-yard line. Handoff middle, they go to the dive, and they're going to get more than 5 out of it, maybe a gain of 6 or 7. Second down and a short distance upcoming. Win on the handoff.
Yeah, and now if they're going to do this, it's going to have to be quicker in terms of running the football. They've got to go as quickly as possible, or they're going to have to start airing this thing out, but it just seems like there's not enough time for what the Lakers want to do.
Second down and 3 now. Do they try to go to the air? No, they go right back to the dive. Old reliable. Although this time, I don't know if it was reliable enough to get the first down. It's close. Third down and 1.
Yeah, but he's definitely short on that one. It's going to bring up a third down and really close.
The issue here is that I don't believe they have any signs that they use from the sidelines. Here's a look at one of our fumbles from the first. I believe that's the first one we had. 2 different occasions. And here's the second. Just ripped right back by Roman. Again, both of those coming at 14-0. You think if they maybe score on one of those, the entire complexion of this game might look different. 3rd down and 1. They need that one. They go with the dive, and they won't get it. Or did they?
They're giving it to them.
Went to stretch the football across a heads-up play, and I take it back. They did, in fact, get it. Look at this from Thomas Harrington. The wherewithal to just put the football out there.
A lot of football coaches will say that's a no-no.
It is probably a no-no, but
in this
in a situation like that.
But at the same time, you know, it's 4th. They have an opportunity to go for it on 4th down as well.
One more look at it there.
Ooh.
I don't know if he did.
It's close.
So they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. No instant replay. Division 8 football. 1st down and 10. Asai fakes, makes a move. Now a little shovel pass. And it works out to about a gain of 8.
Yes.
James Ware got that pass, but then got slammed down to the ground, a little gingerly back to his feet. 2nd down and 2 upcoming.
Yeah, nice play of Asai to get out and pitches it forward. I think he got out of bounds. Where I would hope he got out of bounds on that one. Clock's moving a little bit, so he was unable to get out of bounds, and you hope in that situation that Ware was able to get out of bounds, stop that clock, because every stoppage so critical down 2 scores late in the game.
Asai under center. Goes right back to the dive, maybe a gain of 3. This time trusting Jack Bloss running the football. They do get a 1st down out of it.
Yeah, but the clock just continues to tick unless they're really just hoping that they can get off an onside kick and recover it. Again, all 3 timeouts are still available for both teams. So even if they do score, don't get the onside kick, they do have 3 opportunities to stop the clock.
Maybe a little 1st down surprise here from Our Lady of the Lakes. Looks like 4 men will come for Cabrini. A toss to the outside, James Ware swung out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. An angry tackle. Jace Ketnar taking no prisoners, 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, now I think they have to start throwing this football.
Second down and 10 here for Our Lady of the Lakes. Flexbone set, 2 wideouts. Asai rolls left, throwing across his body, sidearm toss, and it's knocked down, nearly picked off. Lander Emmerich bearing down, takes it away from James Ware. And that makes it 3rd down and 10 for the Lakers.
It's a really nice sidearm throw from Asai. Tough angle, had to get through a couple defenders. It's a tight window. And now you're looking at a 3rd down and long. And it seems like these 2 plays could ultimately be the end of this one.
A stop here for Cabrini. You figure that might be the final nail in the coffin in this game. You already know that the Lakers are going to take 2 cracks at it. 3rd down and 10 with 5:05 to go here in the 4th quarter. Flexbone set. Again, just 4 coming on pressure for Cabrini. They fake the dive and then hand it off to the wing back, but nothing is doing. Thomas Harrington ran into a wall.
4th down and long. They have to throw it. Clock continuing to move.
Vaughn Edwards, by the way, on the tackle that time. 4th down and 10.
But it just seems like they should have been throwing the ball a little bit sooner, and this clock is just continuing to wind down. Cabrini's fine with it at that point because it gets closer to the end of this game, but you have to complete this.
Just trying to keep the Cabrini offense off the field. I understand it. Asai is swallowed under. The pressure gets to him. Noah Roman swings in for the sack, and a big one for Cabrini.
A big-time play, that time from Roman, as you just mentioned. He's been all over the place on offense and defense. I believe that's his first sack of the year, but Noah Roman with a big-time sack, and you just kind of seem like that's the final nail in the coffin for Our Ladies of the Lake.
Needed a big play to finish this one off, and now with 4:24 to go, keep in mind Lakers do have 3 timeouts, but again, if they get the ball back past this point, they're just going to have to be unconventional in the way they move the football. No more taking those long drives down the field. 44-yard line is where Cabrini will take over 1st and 10. Handoff, just a zone rush. Brady Pappas picks up maybe a yard, maybe 2. 2nd down and 8 upcoming for Cabrini. As we will have a timeout used here with just north of 4 minutes to go and a 21-6 lead for the Monarchs. We'll wrap it up on the other end. You're watching Cabrini High School football on Cabrini YouTube. Allows us to tell you that Savone Cement, all Cabrini touchdowns are brought to you by Savone Cement. That touchdown sponsored by Mario Savone, All-State class of '98, and a proud Grand Valley State University alum for over 30 years. Savone Cement has been family-owned and serving Metro Detroit with quality work, professional crews, and pride in every project. Spirited conversation here in the Cabrini huddle. And Ryan, I know we got the playoffs upcoming here for high school last week, coming up next week. But I think we're looking at a team that could very possibly win themselves their first Division VIII state championship. Again, we talked about on the other side for the Lakers, they do have won 4 appearances. Last one coming in 2002. And they just drew an offsides encroachment penalty, and they'll get an extra 5 out of this one.
Use the aggressiveness of this Lakers defense. They know that.
Check that. Looks like a false start. They're going to move it back 5 yards. That goes against Cabrini.
And again, that hurts them. And that puts it, should be at a 2nd and 13, I believe. And again, still 2 timeouts to work with for the Lakers. Second and 14, right?
Referee moved the ball the wrong way, so in fact, it will be a 2nd and much shorter.
So 2nd and something is basically what I would say on this one. But I was going to say originally that they used the aggressiveness of the Lakers defense against them, knowing that they have to stack the box and bring players downhill to commit and stop the run.
2nd down and 4, Bergdahl shotgun set, man to his left, 2 wideouts. They will bring 5 for Our Lady of the Lakes, 2 pulling guards, and they create a lane. Charging up across the 1st down marker to the 28-yard line goes Brady Pappas. And he gets a big 1st down here for Cabrini. So we bleed inside of 4 minutes.
Yeah, that clock is just going to continue to bleed and bleed. And Cabrini doing a really good job of milking that clock, as I think we did have another timeout.
Looks like they'll just sit on it here. 3:55 to go in our game. 1st down and 10 for Cabrini. Happy to be along with all you guys watching here tonight. What's crazy to me, though, Ryan, is that Bergdahl will be back again next year. He's only a junior, this quarterback. Sometimes that's all you need is one really talented class to come through, set your program up for success. Roman gets to the edge, slides out across the 25, maybe to the 24-yard line. Went down awkwardly on that one. Quickly helped back to his feet.
Yeah, and you're right. Bergdahl is going to be back. Still a handful of key players will also be back for this team next year, but they're not looking for next year. They're looking about this year and bringing home a state championship. They'll worry about next year when next year comes.
Second down and 4 upcoming inside at 3 minutes. And 3 passing touchdowns today for Evan Bergdahl. This Cabrini offense has been airing it out left and right, now using the ground game to waste this game away. Handoff middle, plowing his way through. Brady Pappas, maybe just a tick shy of the 20-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him just at the 20. Third down and favorable upcoming for Cabrini.
Crazy thing is this is only the second drive of the second half for this Cabrini team. And the Lakers, I think, have done a good job of controlling the clock, but instead of them controlling the clock, it should have came in that first half. Compared to the second half, they took out, I think, out of the 12 minutes, I think 11 minutes and 30 some odd seconds of that third quarter. You would have liked to see that in the first or second quarter. However, it just seems a little too late for this Our Ladies of the Lake team.
Third down and 1, and this could officially salt it away if they get it. Handoff middle, and they will. Roman right through the heart of the defense, picks up the first down. And they should be able to just kneel it down and win game number 8 here in 2025.
Yeah, really good performance from this Cabrini team on all levels of the football, offensively, throwing the football in the air attack, running the ball on the ground, and now for the best play in all of football.
They call it victory formation. Bergdahl kneels it. They might have to do that one more time before it's all said and done. Bergdahl has an opportunity to break 30 touchdown passes this season. He has 28 now on the year. By the way, for anybody counting at home, Cabrini is now 1 win away from tying their most wins in a single season at 9. That was back again in 2007 when that happened. But keep in mind, that wasn't regular season. It was 8 wins in the regular season, so this ties the best record in school history. They could set the best record in school history in the final week of the season, coming up next week. And oh yeah, they got something much bigger in mind as well. Final kneel down for Cabrini, and they win game number 8, as they could potentially have the best regular season in school history as they get ready for the Division 8 playoffs. 3 touchdowns through the air. Evan Bergdahl was airing it out left and right. And the Monarchs march to yet another victory here at home, looking to be unblemished after next week comes to an end.
Yeah, really good performance from Cabrini on all sides, on both sides of the football. And hey, they're the real deal. There's a reason why they're 8-0 and they're looking to be a state championship team. They have lots of options offensively, wide receivers, but most importantly, Evan Bergdahl, 3 touchdowns in this game. He did have an interception to Ryan Lockheed late in that fourth quarter, but in the end, he gets the job done.
Evan Bergdahl, a look at play number 1 from scrimmage. Logan Emmerich on the receiving end, a 50-yard touchdown strike a little bit later on in the second quarter. There was a false start. And then after that, they were able to respond. Had a couple of trick plays drawn up. And how about this young man, too? Lander Emmerich. Talking about the Emmerich brothers. Ran about 80 yards to get 40 out of it, but his ability to improvise was really important for them today.
Yeah, a lot of negative plays turned positive because of the way he's able to break tackles, and they had a tough time bringing him down all night long with Our Ladies of the Lake. But that was another thing that happened in this game, is towards that second quarter, they really got to Bergdahl, the Lakers did.
Of course, Our Lady of the Lakes was able to put a drive together. That was fumble number 1 was turned over. They had 2 fumbles in this game, Ryan, and again, it was just the mental mistakes at the end of the day that made the difference. But there's a look at the group prayer between the two sides, as we will wrap this one up here today. Again, 21-6, our final. 3 passing touchdowns for Evan Bergdahl, a chance to eclipse 30 next week, and an opportunity to go unblemished in the regular season for the first time since 1967. For everybody here, you've been watching Cabrini YouTube and our presentation of Cabrini football.